call this ordinance committee meeting September 14th, 2021 to order at 6:45. All members of the council are present. From the administration, Mayor Morley and Water Director Kramer. The agenda for the ordinance committee meeting is a morals claim by Michael McCall.
This is for the ordinance, that's a whole other thing.
Okay.
This is for the for, but we had this come up a few times. The problem is no matter how small the payment amount is, if there's not a contractual obligation or other reason that the mayor can make a payment, that comes to you for a moral obligation kind of exception. And so we're trying to find a number in here that makes sense, put in ordinance that the mayor has the authority at a certain point. I chose 750. The one we have now, I think, is 1,000. So we could still have to come to use that. If you want to bump it up to 1,000, I don't think there's any right or wrong way to set them out. I talked to Carol Ann about choosing one, whether we wanted to do a budget specific one. The thought that she and I had is let's give it a year and see if any mayor should have used the morals claim. Then you could always set up a fund budget a certain amount of time, but I don't imagine it's worth that extra effort. This is just the ordinance to hold mayor the ability to make individual morals claims up to $1,000. One of them that comes up a lot, you see referenced in utility adjustment for the way to leave in their house, and they challenge their water bill, and the utilities department will do an adjustment for the excessive amount. We like that, be able to adjust as well.
It's incorrect on the agenda.
So, yeah, under 121A, look for where it says 750, we can just bump that up 1,000 and change it for the voters. That's what brings it out. I could see 1,000 under 121 rate and moral claim. This would be a good ordinance section under the mayor's authority.
You guys, I think we discussed this once before, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of the time, what I did is bring explain. Right now, Department of Utilities always, say we had, all of a sudden you get your bill and it's $1,500, and you didn't know you had a leak. How we've been basing and how they do is, once you find out you have a leak and you fix it, Lake County Department of Utilities gives them a credit. So then we have to credit the sanitary sewer part of it, since that, that's on the bill. So never really that much. The one that may come to you next month or next meeting is because it was for the whole trailer park on Lake Shore. So we had Carolyn just finished calculating those numbers, so that'll be over 1,000. So we'll bring it. But give you another example. We had one, we're gonna have one. One of our guys was related from service. Bring in rock and hit from the windshield like $350. So instead of bringing to that next council meeting, 350, hey, we adhere that we did, what happened while we're doing it, we're going to pay. It's not going to be, the majority of those are a water. That's, I just think it's just crazy to keep coming. Sanitary sewer still based on the water. That's right.
Like me to comment, I think I'm probably comfortable with it. I think we'd like maybe, I speak for myself, I don't know about the rest of the council, like you to keep us in the loop.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I go to pay, I'll send to you.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. Everybody good with that?
Yeah. Forward.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm moving forward. Move forward.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, 750 to 1,000.
So is that going to come off the agenda?
No, we're going to write it down, like in between. But you still have.
Like right now, go run and print a new one, so this is 1,000.
You still have that $1,000 moral claim on there tonight as a motion?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do that. We can still do that.
Yeah.
Do that. And again, for Angela's benefit, we do moral claims, so there's a contractual obligation or other. We might have some obligation or something that we still
you know, it comes up sometimes with, damage to their cars, truck, on there,
on
things
that,
like that.
see if we
And we don't have an obligation to pay them, but it's good practice.
Well, these guys, if you read it, it's $1,000, that's good for the contract.
Well, like the thing at the top that we read this.
Right.
The other one, what was the meeting? And I adjourned this committee meeting at 6:51 p.m.
Calling the council as a whole committee meeting for September 14th, 2021 to order at 7 p.m. All members of council are present except for Councilman Jelly, that's excused. Present from the administration is our police chief Larry Reich, our fire chief Ted Whittington, mayor and safety director Dennis Morley, law director Randy Clammer, and city engineer Tom Quinn. If there's anyone recording this meeting as a courtesy to your fellow attendees, will you please identify yourself so they know that they're being recorded? Seeing no one, the city of East Lake recording this meeting. Under legislation proposed, we have legislation number 09-14-01, resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of East Lake and Chagrin River Watershed Partners Incorporated and declaring an emergency. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. President. We have been in contact with the watershed, who will be leasing out the old post office to them, for at least a year, and then probably redo that. They will be redoing inside, they're going to be paying for all the, construction inside. As some of you know, that's been in it, once the post office left, they took out all the PO boxes. So there's an area in there, that they're going to take out, and there's probably 4 employees in there. So we think it's good for the city, again, we're having no money coming in now, we will have $675 a month and $175 a month for the, utilities, and, we all have a good working relationship with them, so I think it's a win-win for both of us. And that would take effect October 1st if council is here to go out.
Anyone have any questions for the mayor? Are they looking to stay longer than just a year?
Yeah, so they'll go into that, and then they'll probably do a 5-year after that. They just want to see a couple of things. But I'm pretty sure if I put money into it, they'll end up doing that. Yeah, it's 3 1-year extension.
Very good. All right, seeing no questions, we'll move on to legislation number 09-14-02, an ordinance amending the city ordinance chapter 121, mayor of the codified ordinances of the city of East Lake, to include a new section 121.08, payment of moral claims and declaring an emergency. Mayor?
We just heard that in the ordinance committee. What it is that would give the mayor the right for moral claims to pay up to $1,000 without going through the council. As we've said, most of those claims that we've had in the past are usually county department utilities. Say you have a leak at your house, water leak, and all of a sudden your bill is $1,500. Most people call the county department utilities. They will tell them, they had a leak. Most people fix it right there. The county department utilities does give them a credit, and then they also look for us for credit for the sanitary sewer. So we're looking at this. The mayor has the right to pay up to $1,000.
Any questions for the mayor? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Under miscellaneous, we have a motion to approve Michael McCall's moral claim and approval of meeting minutes from August 31st, 2021. With that, this council as a whole committee meeting is adjourned at 7:04 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting of September 14th, 2021, order 7:04. Mr. Spock, will you please lead us in the pledge of allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kuziak. Mr. Cotton.
Here.
Ms. Schmidt. Here. Mr. Overstreet.
Here.
Mr. Myers.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the regular council meeting September 14th, 2021?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Mr. Kuziak.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion carried, the agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of August 31st, 2021?
So moved.
Is there a second? call
Mr. Swan.
Yes.
Mrs. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Katsounis.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Abstain.
Mr. Myers.
yes. On the motion carried unanimously. The next scheduled council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 28th, 2021, at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council of the whole committee. We'll move on to motion. Ms. Schmidt, I believe you have a motion.
I hereby move to approve the moral claim requested by Michael McCall.
Mr. Mayor, do you want to comment on that at all?
I think the chief.
The chief?
There was a traffic stop that ended up leading to a canine sniff. Our dogs were not on, we called for another agency to do it. I'm not expert in how the canines do their thing, but all the dogs do alert in a certain way. The dog alerted to different parts of the car, but by putting his paws up, and by the accounts of the lieutenant, they looked into the claim that the car was in really good shape and caused some pretty significant scratching. He had a bigger bill that he first came to me with. I had to go to the place that does all of our, unfortunately, abundant accidents that we've had. Oh, a guy that we trust, and he had a little low amount, but the claimant was only looking for a deductible, which I thought was reasonably fair because his insurance is probably going to go up by your claim. So, my recommendation is there, that, if we caused it, there was no drugs that were found. So, I just thought it was the right thing to do.
Any questions for the chief? You made the motion, Ms. Schmidt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Katsounis.
Yes.
Ms. Swan.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion is adopted. We'll move on to committee reports. Mr. Overstreet, I believe we have the ordinance committee meeting.
Yes, we did. The subject of the ordinance committee was discussed in council as a whole and gives the mayor authority to take care of moral claims up to $1,000 without having to go through council. That I'm down with language.
Are there any questions for Mr. Overstreet? Seeing none, we'll move on to recognition of the public. Board now open for recognition of the public. I remind speakers all remarks will be directed to chair, will not involve personalities, and they're limited to 3 minutes per person, 30 minutes total. There's no one signed up to speak. Is there anyone who wishes to address council? Okay. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-14-09?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of East Lake and Chagrin River Watershed Partners Incorporated and declaring an emergency.
And this will be placed on first reading. Okay, will the clerk please read legislation number 09-14-02?
An ordinance amending city ordinance chapter 121, mayor of the codified ordinances of the city of East Lake to include a new section 121.08, payment of moral claims and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring a separate reading to read the full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Swan.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Myers.
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Swan.
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet.
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Myers.
Yes. The motion is carried. The legislation is adopted. We have no legislation pending. We have no unfinished business. We have no new business. Move on to administrative reports, and the first report is from our mayor and safety director, Dennis Morley.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to this evening's meeting, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone who's involved for the 9/11 ceremony on Saturday. We thought we had about 250 people. It was very well done, and had a lot of good feedback from people who were here from not only our city, but surrounding cities. So, years of COVID, myself, Council President Myers, and Councilman when Spotton was working with NCI to get in East Lake, strip signs, sort of like they have in Cleveland. They started working on that. I'm actually going to go to NCI tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They do have the key done, and they're going to try to get it finished. Our plans are to put it up in the front of City Hall, so especially when prom and different things come, anyone wants to come and take pictures, especially from the schools there. I also have a meeting October 5th with the art department north to go over them finishing the snowmen that were cut out, because again, they were in the school. And now we're also going to look at the usual ugly 55-gallon drums that we have that we use for garbage throughout the city, that the art department may do a lot of designs on that and put those through the city. So, meeting with the art teachers at North that day. As the candidates know, the Women's Club has set up on September 29th at 7 o'clock in council chambers here, candidate night with the town at large candidates, school board candidates, Will attend, and myself. Culvers have gone through everything that they needed to go through. Their final step was BZA. They passed that. The culvers will probably start here sometime in the winter and be done by hopefully February 22. The Frontier Group goes for its final meeting with planning on September 23rd. So they would like to start that process in Washington first. We continue to work on the road from what you passed. The bid out that we had for different roads throughout the city. Again, everything's been behind because of COVID. We did award the water line that was going to go to the county department utilities that we're going to pay for. They were supposed to be done September 17th, today's the 14th. They've asked an extension until November. Our engineer is waiting on a response back if they came to material. We were having issues also on getting material that Nick was looking for catch basins and different things. So, again, sooner or later, we're going to get that handled. The 5-story building sold across from the school board. I did talk to the people that bought that. They're going to get a plan for me. It's a company that's in Highland Heights, and they're going to move over. They may have about 24 employees. They may only take up one of the floors, and they're looking for other groups to fill. My suggestion to them was if we can get some of the healthcare and doctors units in there, that'd be great for both them and us. So he's going to set up a meeting to come meet with me shortly after everything finally closes and everything. The vineyard's also sold. I did talk to the gentleman, again, an out-of-state owner from Connecticut, smaller company than the two previous ones. I told him, funny, not funny, because how we did meet and how we found out when we sent a letter to RPG that because of the buildings and that being not taken care of, the grass not being cut, that's how we found out it got sold. They didn't have the courtesy to tell us they sold it. So my first discussion with the new owner was he apologized for how it looked. They're going to jump on it and get it cleaned up and get the grass cut and all that and try to clean it up. We did talk about, I hope that they would get with a broker here, so it's fine if someone goes in there and tries to get that storefront filled in there. So hope we're looking for that. Again, I just discussed the water line. The LM still goes on. I had a discussion with Danny Bond today. We're still tightening up, making sure there's leaks down there so we can get the paving done. As I told Danny today, as the months go by and winter comes, then these paving, of course, the winter or we will have a disaster down there. So we're going to work on that. I'm sure Tom has some other things for engineering. It's his thing. So that concludes my report. I'm open for questions.
Any questions on that? I have one question on the vineyards. Did they sell the blockbuster building also?
So they did. So they were in contact with a few places. They have nothing at the moment.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Brown. We'll move on to our fire chief, Ted Williams.
Thank you, Mr. President. I actually have nothing to report, but no questions.
there any questions for the fire chief? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our police chief, Larry Ray.
Same goes for the police department, nothing to report.
Questions for the chief? Seeing none, we'll move on to our city engineer, Tom Boyd.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council, Mr. Mayor. A couple quick things, we're working with the mayor and service on the 2022 road program. Right now, we're in the process of selecting the roads there on the list, and seeing what costs are out there, and coming back with that. Catalina, they've been sealing up leaks now for the past 3 weeks. They've asked for us to give them a go ahead for paving. We've applied to them. That we need to test on the system to make sure the leaks are down to a reasonable level, and systems are allowed to leak. So, we're gonna do that, hopefully move paving, and yes, I'd like to have it done before winter as well. With that,
Is there any questions for Mr. Boyd? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Boyd. We'll move on to our law director, Randy Clymer.
Thank you, Mr. President. We did execute our option to purchase a property from building schools, and that there was a title for that. And there was a title of a small claims case that was dismissed, and just there was a recent lawsuit by a Turek Malice, some complaints about the police department, not out of the ordinary, it is verbally wrong, and I'm sure they'll follow that.
Questions for Mr. Clymer? Anybody have anything else? Nothing? Very good. Meeting is adjourned at 7:17 p.m.
I'm stuck. I just can't believe it. I just go, you might have already not. I'm going to do that. Yeah.